Hey guys and gals, Undead. Sorry if you hear weird noises. We have puppies. Um, I'm on vacation right now, and this is gonna be my initial impressions slash day one review of the new expansion for Destiny 2, The Witch Queen. I've got roughly 17 hours in this expansion already, and it has barely been out 24 hours, if that says anything. I basically stayed up till 4 in the morning, barely slept, and then hopped right back up and jumped right back into it. I have one story mission left on normal. I'm at about halfway to three-quarters of the way through the campaign on Legendary. It's fantastic. This DLC is a 9 out of 10. I was hoping to God this would flop. That delay helped a lot, and it showed. And Bungie poured a lot of love and time into this. But speaking of time, they have a lot of stuff in this DLC that drains a lot of yours unnecessarily, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Story-wise, I don't care about the actual story and what's going on, because I know in the end the Guardians are going to win regardless. It doesn't really. I learned to fret not many years ago, because that's just how it is. I will say, they did progression beautifully. I mean, just absolutely just beautifully in this. Because when you're playing the campaign, on normal you get a chest and you get 3 items out of that from what I've personally seen. You get an armor piece, a weapon, and you get an enhancement core to level up said item. Whenever it gives you an opportunity to actually level up, and you should hit the soft cap long before you finish the game, by the way. I mean, before you finish the campaign, like long before. It took me 7 hours to hit the soft cap yesterday. And I think my light level is, I'm 1506. And that's including my actual artifact. I haven't really been grinding bounties as heavily. This is a really good thing. On the Legendary campaign, it's double drops. And I like to how now, instead of actually having to equip your highest level gear to get the most benefit out of your drops, it just goes off what's in your inventory. I keep 2 inventory slots open. I get a drop, say it drops at 1470. The next item I pick up off the ground will be a 1485. I just delete the 70, free up a slot, and I just keep stacking my light up, and I keep stacking my actual materials up and stuff like that, and my rep, because when you dismantle stuff now, it gives you rep. You guys should have waited to clean out your vault until after the DLC drop, because you missed out on a lot of gunsmith reputation. I promise you. I waited until the day of, and I ranked my gunsmith up like 4 or 5 times in about 10 minutes. It's great. The actual location of the throne world and of just the way it feels, it reminds me of Shadowkeep mixed with Rise of Iron. Just that real dark, murky, swamp-style area. Just everything's gross. Stuff's moving. There's lots of little hidden alcoves. It's great. I'm having a great time exploring it. There's so many secrets. I mean, this thing has been out barely. It's like 2 or 3 o'clock right now. It's barely been out 24 hours, and there's already been some incredible things found, and I cannot wait to see what else is found in this. Let's talk about the actual enemies themselves, because I have an issue with the Lightbearer Knights and Wizards in particular. That's the ones that I've mainly seen. How should I put this? They're broken on Legendary. Legendary is supposed to be tough but fair. Legendary campaign basically puts it so that everything is like 10 to 20 points of light higher than you. They all have swords beside their name, and they're tanky as all get out, just because that's how Bungie balanced the campaign. You also get a set of 15-20 armor to pass a soft cap. And honestly, with how fast I'm leveling up, I'm not even going to need it. Like, you level up ridiculously fast in this game now. The actual light bearers themselves, though, I would like if they had their ability to pop their supers tuned just a little bit. It shouldn't be allowed that they can pop their supers every 30 seconds and they one-shot you. Stormcallers hit you through walls. Blade Barrage is just like, wham, wham. He throws like 4 or 5 back to back to back, and they track. They will literally track you around corners. Shields as well for the actual Sentinel variant of it. And I don't mind difficult. I don't mind difficult. I don't like frustrating and tedious. I always say that. Bungie has never been able to distinguish difficult between frustrating and tedious. They're annoying to fight against. There's these new little moths as well that are basically made up out of some form of light that whenever they're on an enemy, they give them an overshield, but I mean, you just melt the overshield super easy. It just makes it so they take 1 or 2 more bullets to kill. It's usually on red bar enemies. Um, and then these little buggers thunder crash you. They are literally baby thunder crash moths. I got a new emote yesterday where you literally hold one and just go and blow it at an enemy and it kills it for a finisher. That's pretty freaking cool if you ask me. But I really can't stand fighting light bearer hive. It's not a fun experience. It's not. Every boss in this DLC as well, I swear to God, Bungie just does this just to do it. Why is every boss health gated? Just let me kill the boss. Let me melt the freaking boss. Is it too hard to ask? Whenever they started doing that with strike bosses years ago, a lot less people started playing strikes. There's a reason why they speedrun them. It's just you can finish the boss as quick as possible. Just get through it because it's a slog. Really don't like that. I haven't talked about Crucible or the weapons yet or the public event. There's only one that I remember the name of, and it's Psyops. It's literally every other public event style seasonal event that you've ever done. You get 2 or 3. You get 2 other Guardians. I usually would love to play this solo, but you know you can't because Bungie. 2 other Guardians. You go into the Dark Forest in the EDZ. You basically just kill a couple waves of enemies, kill a boss, kill a couple more waves of enemies, and then you kill a health-gated boss again. There's 2 health-gated bosses in this. Really don't like that. Let me melt the effing boss, please. I like to be able to get through this kind of content. It's lackluster, and I hate it. There's also the new seasonal currency. I forgot the name of it. You get it at the end of campaign missions. It's just a basic drop now, and you could use it on the chests at the end, and the chests are pretty good. The weapons as well. There's a Cabal-themed string of weapons in this, and the Sweet Sorrow is the secondary auto rifle that I've been maining over the last like 10 hours now because I got a lucky drop of it yesterday. It's really freaking fun. It's a 720. It has arc on it, and it is something special, in all honesty, whenever you use all for one and stats for all on it, because that gun is great. Just spray into a group of enemies, kill a couple of them, and then you're good to roll, man. It's a fantastic gun. The Grand Overture. Oh boy, I remember how we thought that the Osteostriga was going to be the actual reward for the season pass, and instead you get this piece of garbage, this Cabal-themed weapon. It's similar to the ones that the big, I think it's Colossus, the gun with the ch. It's similar to the ones that they use. Yeah, I use it for all about 15 minutes. The missiles are so disappointing. The gun kicks like a mofo, and it's not what I want it to be. I'm still using my freaking Ascendancy rocket launcher because, yeah, it does what it's supposed to do. The glaive. Let's talk about the glaive. Speaking of someone who loves melee combat, and shout out to Elden Ring, I will be swapping my time over my Xbox to New Zealand tonight to play that thing early. I'm excited. The glaive's cool. It is a novelty, though. It does stupid amounts of burst damage. It has unlimited range on how far you can shoot it, so you can snipe people with it if you can actually lead your shots properly, because there's massive lead needed when it comes to this, and the projectile's pretty slow. You can also build it any way you want. I basically built mine so whenever I'm getting hits on somebody, I put threat detector on it, and I put something else on it to, I think I actually have all for one on it. Basically, you just hit a group of enemies and you start getting your health back. And when you're surrounded by enemies at a boss's feet, you're just sitting there just whacking away at them, and it's just doing its thing. It's fun, though. I really do enjoy it. I'm still running my secondary auto rifle, though, so I don't really use it, only whenever I feel the need to do it. You level it up by getting kills as well. You level your particular weapons up, and especially this one, the base one you get is called the Enigma. It's just your standard affair of a legendary beginner's weapon. It's really fun, though. let's talk a little bit about the actual other weapons, because they brought a couple weapons back, and they actually brought back a reskin of something, the Valakadin from back in the day, and I think it's called the Crate. It's pretty fun. It's really, I'm a massive fan of auto rifles. It's my favorite archetype of weapon to use. It is absolutely fantastic in this. Really fun. Sidearms are fun. I think it's called the Redback. All of the Vice weapons in this game are named after spiders from Australia. They have the funnel web. They have the Redback. They had a couple other ones. They're all named after bugs. And now all weapons that are from a foundry have an intrinsic perk. I think it's called Vice Stinger is the one for the Vice weapons. The little emblem is literally just a set of like vampire fangs. It's pretty cool. I think the perk, getting a kill or damage or something like that, like reloads the mag, and when you use the weapon, you move faster. It's pretty fun. Omelon weapons perform differently. Haka or Hake weapons perform differently. It's great, man. It's really nice, and they did some quality of life stuff with the stats as well, because when you click on an item now, it puts the number beside what the stat is. No longer guesstimating, oh, I have 80, about 85 reload. Nope, you got 85 on the dot, because it has a number sitting right there. That's quality of life change, and we had to give up Forsaken to get those numbers, so y'all better be thankful. I would like if they would add the aim assist value in this too. I mean, or aim assist as well. I mean, something, please, like, really? I'd like to be able to get my full weapon stats, because this, Destiny adds stuff that every other MMO has had for years, and gets away with it because we'll eat up anything that they give us, essentially. So I'm happy they did it, but you don't get any crazy high praise, because it should be just a basic feature in every MMO or everything that has very stat-heavy gameplay. Deep sight resonance and weapon crafting. The weapon crafting in this is cool when it works. You don't really get to do it until you beat the campaign, and the campaign is only 8 missions long, but I mean, each mission will take you an hour and a half to do, because there's always some other back and forth in between the missions. Why do I have to do so much to craft a weapon? Let me get the weapon, dismantle the weapon, and then be allowed to do it. Not this, you gotta level it up, and you haven't progressed far enough, you gotta level this up high enough to do it. Really, like, it's a slog. It is an absolute slog. And the currency that the actual Cryptarch sells for this is absolutely overpriced. One of your currencies you need costs 400 legendary shards to buy. Why? You could, enhancement prisms as well, I think it's enhancement, or one of them, or cores, or whichever one it is, the purple thing. It costs 400 as well. Yet, I can pop a consumable and get the exact same thing in less than a minute by killing a red bar or yellow bar enemy. Like, the cash exchange ratio for this does not work. You level these guns up as well, and you dismantle them when you level them up to actually get the currency. And they drop quite frequently. I've had like 15 to 20 of them. I level them up, dismantle them. Level them up, dismantle them. Some of them I throw in the vault to store for later, because you never know, something might actually come out being absolutely awesome. But I would really like to have gotten into weapon crafting a little bit faster. Let's talk about strikes. Played one strike. It was literally a reskin of a story mission from Destiny 1. I'm okay with this one. Let's just say, if you played Destiny 1, there was a strike called the Dark Blade. And this one is called the Light Blade. And guess who you fight at the end of it? That's all I'm going to say. I played this at like 4 in the morning. I'm literally sitting there going, oh, they brought it back. Oh, they brought it back. I was having a moment, because it was my favorite strike. I loved that strike in Destiny 1. The music, and they even have a similar soundtrack while that particular strike is going on. Such nostalgia, and it really hit that soft spot, and I was just like, oh, this is great, man. This is cool. And the rewards I got at the end of it were pretty baller as well. I like it. I've only played one of the new strikes. Apparently there's 2. I haven't played the next one yet, which probably will be coming up pretty soon because of the story mission. Oh, sorry, guys. I need to trim the hair. It's getting It's getting pretty long. But, yeah, it's great. Nightfalls, I haven't touched yet. I have no interest in playing it yet. On progression, they made it so that now your pinnacles and your powerfuls do not appear until you've hit that soft cap. Bravo. This is how it should have always been, but bravo to that, because I was playing Crucible yesterday and I'm going, God dang, I played like 4 games. I didn't get nothing. What am I missing? Am I doing something wrong? What did I do? And then I hit 1500 last night, and I realized that they do that to keep you from wasting your actual level up stuff. Because some people would get it. You start the game at the base power for the season. You got to grind through, and you would be way under where you need to be before you start just piling on light from using those, and kind of find out you were doing it in the wrong method. You weren't getting the maximum amount you could. Here, it makes sure you hit that base before you use it so you don't waste it. So bravo to you guys. That's awesome. Void 3.0. Wow. Wow. I don't know who balanced this. Give them a freaking raise, because Void Hunter is absolutely cracked right now with Mobius Quiver. It's also broken with Invisibility in Crucible right now. Void Warlock, it's kind of okay, and Titan is decent. Hunters are absolutely cracked, as they usually are. Yeah, that's it. It's busted. I have an visibility build. I started running Gemini Jesters about 2 weeks ago, just trying to get a new thing, build to replace my Stompies, because I just wanted to try something new. I haven't had my Stompies on in over a week and a half now, because I run an invisibility build, and the way you can build yourself in here, you get a kill with your smoke, it goes invisible. You get a headshot, it goes invisible. You pop your super and get a kill with your super, you go invisible. Every time somebody's killing something that's attached to your super, you go invisible. So I'm literally just phasing in and out of reality, walking through the battlefield. It's great. And in Crucible, it's really, really fun. You can do some crazy plays, and considering they made the dodge so you didn't do that weird little turn thing, you actually dodge and like dash to the side. That's awesome. I love that animation, and I freaking love it, because I get my dodge back like every 12 to 15 seconds. And I realized too, running maximum ability, I get similar benefits to Stompy, so I don't really miss them all that much. This is great though. I really would like to see the meta shook up a little bit more in Crucible right now, because hand cannons always are and always will be a problem. I'm really getting tired of running into hand cannon shotguns. Lawrence Driver is still a problem. We knew it was still going to be a problem. Everybody was saying, it's not enough of a nerf. They ain't doing right. It's not enough. You need to actually nerf the freaking aim assist a little bit more, or nerf the bullet magnetism. Still a problem. Chaperone is still a problem. Duality is still a problem. Hand cannons are crazy strong. Fusion rifles are still very good right now. They're absolutely amazing. Sidearms. The redback sidearm. Whew. I usually used to use the Anonymous Autumn a lot. Really fun, and as well as a lonesome. Redback's the way to go in Crucible right now, because it is absolutely bonkers at how well that gun can perform if you use it correctly. Run on a max mobility class with perpetual motion on it, and considering that weapon automatically gives you, I think this is the one that gives you increased movement speed. Yeah, it's really something else. It's fun. God, this is just my impressions for day one. It's 8 out of 10. It's great. It's fantastic. I'm gonna go play some more. There might be some stuff I left out, but I mean, I haven't experienced everything yet. I haven't touched the Nightfall. I haven't done the full story. I haven't really experienced weapon crafting aside from the annoying grind that is. A lot of people seem to be criticizing that. Oh, and Charged with Light. Oh my freaking god. Okay, I've been running a Charged with Light build for well over a year plus now. I first got one going at the start of Beyond Light, and I like it. I really do like it. They broke that build because they made it so that now orbs only drop on double kills when you have a helmet mod. You get one that's a tiny, itty-bitty little piece of crap that if your element, if the element you're getting a kill with matches the element of your subclass, I think is how it's phrased. It's really convoluted system. it drops an orbital light. Or you can put on this weapon, this helmet mod that costs 3, which is usually the cost of a targeting mod. They say either to sacrifice your targeting mods or sacrifice this to actually get weapons of light to drop on your primary kills. Why would you ever do this? You get your super up even slower than you used to now. And they said, oh, we'll be talking about the great things that are going to be coming because of this change. Where is it? We're still waiting. A month plus later, and we're still waiting about the changes to this. I see no benefit in this change aside from you felt like nerfing DPS. Because it would be absolutely amazing and very possible to stomp through a legendary campaign with Orbs of Light and stuff like that. Because you could just basically I mean, that's what I was playing with my friends. One guy was running Will, one guy was running Bubble, and I was running a Tether for basically the DPS. They would pop their stuff, get a couple kills, I'd pick up their orbs, pick up the orbs they were generated by their supers, and basically pop my super again and do massive DPS. So, I mean, that's I just think that's the only reason they did it. That it doesn't really, sit right with me that they thought that was a good idea. But 8 out of 10, fantastic expansion. I'm going to go play some more of it. I'll try to do some more videos throughout the day. Little tip as well. Trinity Ghoul Bow goes a long way in this campaign. It's one of my favorite exotics, and it goes really well. Also, exotic primary's got a buff. So, pretty much any exotic machine gun now, well, auto rifle is really good. Sweet Business is awesome. The Huckleberry is absolutely insane. Huckleberry is crazy. Thorn is crazy. The Outbreak Perfected is absolutely crazy. It's very good when you build around them properly. Actually, the No Time to Explain is very good in this as well because of the little portal buddy you get on your shoulder there. Really fantastic. Like I said, I'm going to go play some more. If you guys did enjoy this, liking the sub is always appreciated. Really do appreciate you guys. Sorry it's been so long since I've done a video. I've just been working a lot, and now that I'm on vacation, I'm trying to make the most of it. But that's it for now, guys. See y'all later. Peace.